Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell from the title, this is my current makeup routine. I've been doing this for the last few months. I just love the way that it turns out. It's very natural. Sometimes I might change the blush, sometimes I might change, if I add more highlight or not, but basically this is majority of my makeup look and routine that I've been doing lately. Usually this takes me about 10 minutes, which for me, it's just perfect. It kind of just get up, change and do this and I'm out the door. It's just convenient and it's perfect for someone that kind of wants a low maintenance look but wants to be put together. So if you want to know how I got this makeup look right over here, then please keep watching. Oh, I just put up my hair, so don't mind it, and we'll fix it up a little bit later. But I wanted to start off this look. You can tell I already have my eyebrows on because I have done so many videos on my eyebrows and a dedicated video specifically on how I do my eyebrows. So I just want to get started mostly on the skin. I am using sunscreen, it's super important, and I am using the Laroche Posay. This is 100% mineral because as you can tell, especially from my last video, I just got a really bad flare up. It's actually a lot better now. Has a little tint to it, but I wouldn't really say that it is a coverage, to be honest with you. It just doesn't give like a white cast. But it did tame a little bit of the redness, so that is very good. For Christmas, I got my husband and I matching cups. So mine is supposed to be the Muse, which is in the dishwasher, and I took his. It says the muscle, but it got some muscle too, so. So this part is optional. So if you feel like you want foundation or you need foundation or whatever the case is, honestly, this is just my current routine. So if you feel like you want that, please add that in now. But I just feel like I want to cover up just some spots. I get a little dark right here, as you guys can see right here. A little bit on my forehead, you can see some redness. But I get these veins. It's kind of hard to see right now and through the camera, but I do get them, and I've had them pretty much my whole life. So I'm taking this right here. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is number 365 in the shade Cashew. I like it because it's going to be similar to my skin tone, and it's just gonna cover the veins. And right here. Just a little bit. I'm grabbing my Tarte foundation brush and I'm just gonna blend that in. And just make sure you go down the neck. I find this is just a nice and quick routine, to be honest. And lately I just, I do love a full glam moment. I love a natural look. I love no makeup look. It's just all a preference, but this is just currently what I've been doing. So I really wanted to share it with you all. And I just put a little bit on my ears. Now you see, it just gives something, right? But without too much. And I just dragged it up a little bit, dabbing slightly over the redness. I don't want to like irritate it, so I'm just going very lightly. Next, I'm grabbing my light medium Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And this is a preference as well. I do have dark circles. Again, it's harder to tell through the camera, but I do. So you'll see that might be a lot for some people, but for me, this is just what I like. And this time I will put a little bit on my nose. And I'm gonna let that sit a little bit and get tacky. Next, I'm grabbing my LA Girl. This is in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I'm just gonna contour it a little bit. Again, optional. Every little thing right here, you don't have to do it step by step. You can alternate or do exactly whatever you want. Kind of dragging it just right next to the concealer. It's okay if you get a little bit on there. You can do, honestly, this is just my realistic, like I don't do anything in order really. I just kind of, just like this. This is a realistic, current routine. So I'm just being honest. This is the way I do it. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it gets a little bit on there. It's all going to get blended out. And I just put a little bit right there. I'm just gonna start blending out the concealer. I'm using this MAC 164, is it 160, what, 164 brush. Going back to the Tarte, I was gonna say Tarte Shape Tape. I'm so used to Tarte Shape Tape that everything that Tarte makes is Tarte Shape Tape. Like, seriously. But anyways, I'm just grabbing the foundation brush again. I'm slowly doing just the bottom of that concealer, just so it kind of blends evenly. And just so it kind of covers a little bit of the redness as well. Keep in mind, I'm not going hard on my skin because I know I have the redness, but it's just a little coverage. I like to drag up because it gives you an eye lift over the eyelid. I'm going to leave this just a little bit, just to stay a little bit more tacky. I like to leave that in the end because I don't want my sponge to get mixed in with the contour yet, because I want to blend out my eyelids and under eye first. Now I'm going to start blending. I just kind of tap it over the contour so it looks blended, but it's still there. Same thing. It might look like it disappeared, but honestly, in the daylight when you don't want a lot of makeup, it's kind of nice to put it underneath, and then it's gonna kind of blend in with the concealer. It's gonna look good. Trust the process. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 20 Light Medium, and this is their loose powder. I love it so much. I feel like you get such a great product for the price. I'm just taking this Tarte brush. I apologize, I don't know what number this is. This was from my kit from Christmas time, but I just wanna, I'm just kind of pushing the powder. Don't wipe or swipe, just kind of pat. You can bake if you want, but again, this is just my current routine, and I noticed I haven't been baking. I always make sure I go over my eyelids because I do crease there, and I did put concealer, so. And I noticed when you do this motion with the brush, it kind of fills in your pores, which I have right around my nose, right over here. And I notice it just kind of disappears in a way. Also, it doesn't make your makeup look, you know, cakey. And I always take it up right over here where I get oily. This is actually a quick routine for me, but obviously it's going to take longer when I have to explain everything. And you know, once I got this kind of down pack, and I've been doing it so much recently, it takes me honestly like 10 minutes. And again, right here. I am taking that same loose powder except with this big Estee Lauder fluffy powder brush, and this is in the shade, why do I always say this? This is not the first time I've done this on my channel. I always call brushes shades. It's like when you deal with so much makeup products, it's like that's all in your brain, like shades. But anyways, this is the number 10 powder brush. All right. So I'm going to set where I put the concealer right over here, very lightly, nothing too crazy. I just want to set it. To bronze up my face, I'm just going to be using the Scott Barnes contour palette, and it has these beautiful shades right over here, and I tend to kind of gravitate towards chiseled and sliced, kind of a more bronzier type of undertone, and just to bronze up my face, which will also set the cream contour that I did before. I also have a discount code for Scott Barnes if you guys are interested. It is SarahB15, all caps, and it will get you 15% off your purchase. And this is one of the best contour palettes I've ever used. Then I take the same shades, sliced and chiseled, and I just go over the eyelids. Just right over the crease, actually. And I just drag it out. But see the difference? It's very subtle, but you know, it just looks put together. I take the same brush, same colors. Back to a Scott Barnes palette. This is his Cheek Chic palette, and I'm gonna be using Rosé. I've been really into the pinks lately, and I think it's just a pretty look. And I'm just putting it just right there, and then slowly bringing it onto the cheeks. I always go a little bit over my nose, and again on the other side. And this is just a Quo brush, which is from Shoppers Drug Mart. Doesn't have a number, I apologize, but I believe this is a blush brush from them. And I know it's funny, but I kind of just go over here, just kind of where the sun would hit. Something very subtle, but I love blush. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Fenty. This is the Mean Money Hustler Baby. What I've been doing, I've been taking also, this is a Tarte brush that was with that other brush that I used to set under my eye. It was a set, it was a Christmas set, I would say a couple of years ago. But any kind of brush like this, I find if I use the fan brush, it would be more prominent, which is not a bad thing, but again, this is just the way I've been doing it, and I kind of been liking more of a subtle highlight. So I just take this brush because again, it's not as prominent and it won't really give me that blinding highlighter look, but I've just been mixing like this, and I've been going like this. See, it gives you something, but it's not like in your face. And up here. And right here. I actually learned this part from Scott Barnes, and it looks beautiful in sunlight. Maybe not as visible like right here, but in the sunlight and daylight, it's gonna look very glowy and beautiful. Taking this Smashbox definer brush, number 15. I love to use this for highlight on specific areas of my face. So I'm dipping in both pans, and I'm just gonna go right there in the tear duct, a little bit under the brow bone, and I don't go all around, just towards the tail end. On the nose. I do almost like an exclamation point. Kind of been dragging it up like that. I don't know why. It's just my thing lately. I'm going to be using the Anastasia clear brow gel just to set my brows. And I've said this before, I just feel like it kind of just completes the brow. I like the front to kind of stand up a little bit. Gives an illusion of a bushier brow. Next is mascara, Essence mascara. Just my baby. I love it. Okay, so we are almost done. All that's left is lips. I'm going to be using the Estée Lauder Double Wear Lip Liner in the shade Spice. It is one of my favorites, and you can tell when it's almost done. It just lasts all day, and I just absolutely love it, especially when you're quick on the go. Like, you don't have time to touch your makeup. This is just perfect. So I'm just going to line my lips. For lipstick, I'm going to be using the Scott Barnes Engagement. That's the shade, and it is his matte fetish lip, and it is amazing. It's very like a thinner consistency, and it has a beautiful chocolate marshmallow scent. So this combo has been my favorite lately. Okay everyone, so this was my final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something new, and I really hope that you enjoyed my current routine. Very natural kind of looking. You know, of course you can still see that there's makeup. It's just not too much, which is great. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I love you guys so much.